Well, this was a frustrating period, if that's the word, I guess. 3-1 right now in favor of the Ottawa 67s. What are
Yeah,
you seeing out there?
um,
Whole lot of frustration.
for sure. Ottawa's defense is playing a great game.
Yeah,
We're seeing the Sting, try to take advantage of some opportunities. I think they have upped the aggression level a little bit, or they're trying to, but they're just getting shut down.
yeah, they are. Um, watching from above, and I'm hanging out with some of the other guys up there, and normally, like, when you're up there, like, the media doesn't react. You don't go, yeah, and you don't do all that stuff, but it's a little frustrating up there right now. I mean, just because the Sarnia Sting have done so well coming off that 6-game win, right? And here we are today. But, you know, as much as we want to see the Sarnia Sting win, we're not really surprised at this. I mean,
No.
3-1's not horrible. Finally, they come through, and Berkey puts in the goal there for us, gets some momentum going, and then boom, not long after, Ottawa says, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah, exactly. And it was a nice goal too. Like he was right there. Sasha Pasachov, he fumbled a little bit. Well, he didn't fumble; just the defense got right in there and right on him and shut him down real quick. But then Burke just happened to be right there, and he recognized that he had to go up high with it too because the Ottawa goalie was right there. He had the pad down. He had that door closed, and Burke just quickly up and over the pad. It was a really nice goal.
Yeah. They seem a little tired out there, the Sting, near the end of that period, because our shots on goal were not a lot until right near the end here. We're 18 and 20 right now.
Yeah, they didn't have a single shot on goal till about the 12-minute mark.
Right.
And then they started coming on strong there right at the end. So I don't know. Got a second win there near the end. But it was the same in the first period, too. They had one shot until about 4 minutes left in the period in the first period. So it almost seems like that's been what they're doing in this game. They're coming on strong late in the period, maybe waiting for the other team to tire down.
I can say I think this was, for the Sting, a better period than the first period. I mean, obviously with the goal in there, second periods have typically been the strength of the Sarnia Sting for the last 20 years. I don't know what that is. But now they've got to come out, and they've really got to put the attack on the Ottawa 67s. What were you seeing there that you think they need to, fix?
They're doing too much moving around. Like they got to come out earlier with more shots.
Yeah.
Like we just talked about. They're not doing too many shots early in the period, coming on strong in the end. They need to keep up that that pressure all the way through. They're down by 2. They've only got one period left. They don't have time to wait around for them to get tired. They don't have time to move the puck around and look for that good opportunity. They need to try and just get as many shots off as they can and get some good rebounds and just see what they can do.
And as nice as that goal was, Ottawa made the Sarnia Sting earn that goal. They had to.
For sure.
They had them working out there. I mean, it was a beautiful goal. No takeaway from that. But now it's third period, 20 minutes left of hockey, and I think we got to see a little bit more of. We've seen Ottawa bringing the game to us, and typically we need to be taking the game to them, especially against a strong team like Ottawa, who. Like you said, but they played a better second period as well than they did in the first.
Absolutely.
I think they went back to the locker room, like you suggested, and said, "What's happening out here? We got to. This is not who we are right now. There could, all those factors, whether they're tired, who knows what's going on in their personal life. All that stuff affects both these teams. But last chance, I guess, at the end of the day here for the Sarnia Sting to come out on top. It's going to be an interesting third period, especially with the aggression side of things, I think.
Yeah, and like you said, they went into the locker room. I think they realized, Ottawa, this isn't who we are. We need to come out, and we did see more of what Ottawa really represents in that second period. But, I mean, Sarnia's only down by 2. There's still 20 minutes of hockey. We know that they're capable of making it happen.
We've seen them do that against really strong teams in the past. So not to we're still optimistic, as Jay Peckham would say, right?
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt in our minds that this is a game that could still happen for the Sarnia Sting.
But it is the last chance, right? Only 60 minutes of hockey, and I think that the Sting are playing decently well, if that's a way to put it. But I think we've seen better from them than we're seeing here tonight.
For sure. But I mean, it's Sarnia Sting has come on strong this last couple of months. And we are seeing that on the ice tonight. We're not seeing their best, that's for sure.
Yeah. The crowd's still supporting them, though. Like, sometimes the crowd can turn a little bit and go, come on. So when the crowd is still cheering for them and excitement's in the room and there's a nice – wow, what a great turnout. There's like 4,000 here tonight, which is great to see a Sunday afternoon game. 3 games going on today. around the OHL. Terry Doyle's actually, I think, in Burlington or something like that doing it. So they're all over the place. It's hockey day in the OHL. And lots of great community support here, as I always like to mention. We mentioned earlier the Superstore was here, and Kojiko handing out the T-shirts, and Lambton Elderly Outreach. I don't know what else to say about this third period coming up here. I know I wanted to mention the passing thing. Remember I mentioned the short passing thing. Still a little bit of that going on?
There is. I was noticing that they were trying to do some of the longer passes, and for whatever reason, they're not working out tonight. They're a little off target. They're
missing.
Ottawa's defense is getting in between a lot of them too.
They're missing the passes, and when the miss is there, Ottawa's right there. I've noticed a couple of times like a pass coming, and it's like, oh yeah, I got the puck, and then didn't realize that Ottawa guy was coming right. Oh my God, he's right there. So they need a few more eyeballs out on the ice too.
It might be from the direction of the coaches, because they know how good that Ottawa defense is, to maybe do just more of that short passing, because the long passing
they get right in the way of it.
It's not real effective against this Ottawa defense.
No, good point. All right, well, we'll wrap it up at that. We'll keep it short, because all that's left to say is what's going to happen in the third period. Time will tell here. We'll be having the post-game press conference. Also, you can go online. The auction tonight is for the special jersey that was designed by Annie Mason. Go to sarniasting.com, and you can put in your bids for the auction and the live jersey auction I'm talking about there. What am I trying to say? The live jersey auction. I just said it. Blah, blah, blah. That's time for me to wrap it up, I guess. Post-game press conference coming up. Lee, thanks so much for joining me, and I'm sure we'll see you at the next game as well.
For sure.
Live with the Sarnia Sting on the concourse, I'm David Burrows and my friend Lee Bazely. One more time for Jay Peckham. 1, 2, 3. Go Sting, go!